Good afternoon, Japan. So we should be live now. Let me know in the chat if everything's working as usual. We're here today for stage 3 of the Ven-Top tour. Tour de ZWIFT, Tour de France, whatever you want to call it. And today is going to be the fun final stage up Mont Ventoux, the dreaded climb. So if you're just checking in, please comment in the chat. Let me know if everything's working okay. Audio is good, mic is good. You guys can see the game. Just getting everything set up. We've got about 10 minutes until the event starts. So just getting warmed up now. Okay, I think we're good to go. Anybody in the chat? So, everything looking good, guys? So I'm just gonna keep talking to myself where it's actually kind of unfortunate today. It's been raining every day, like non-stop for the last 2 weeks. We did have a day the other day without any rain. It was really nice. Me and Tung were able to go out for a nice sunny ride. But today, it's sunny, and I scheduled this event like weeks in advance when I decided I was going to ride all 3 days of this tour. So I'm feeling really bummed out right now because it's sunny outside, and we could go out for a nice ride enjoying the nice weather after all this rain. But I promised I'd do this event, so here we are. We're going to struggle through this long climb. I'm not sure the actual time for this climb. I haven't done this yet. This is my first time. I know you could sneak out on the course and do a test ride up the mountain, and I was planning to do that earlier this week actually, but I had a little bit of a neck injury. I'll mention this on, I don't think I've uploaded the video yet, but anyway, one day earlier this week I sort of slept in a bad position. My neck got really messed up, so I wasn't really able to move or ride or anything, so I haven't been riding too much this week, but we're still going to try and do a pretty hard effort today. Alright, you got some people in the chat now. Thanks for joining, guys. Hey Jojo, hey Sabino. Thanks guys, everything looks good. Almost 10 p.m. in California time. Hey Manuel. Yeah, love to ride Mont Ventoux in real life one day. Definitely.
I'm toast. Nice.
But I think this climb is supposed to be, I haven't looked at the stats. I'm not really coming into this prepared or anything, but I'm pretty sure this is a longer climb than the normal Alpe de ZWIFT, and so I think this is going to be over an hour climb, maybe up to 90 minutes. It just depends on what kind of pace we can hold out. And my FTP right now seems to be at about 280 watts or so. I'm not sure how that'll hold this week because I haven't been riding too much, but I am hoping to hold at least a 250 watt average in today's event, hopefully higher. Just depends on how my neck is holding up. Man, neck injuries are not fun. It's a sign I'm getting old, crossed over that 30-year point, and all of a sudden, never really had any injuries or body problems before, but now they're starting to come.
Right on.
6:55 in Denmark. Welcome everyone. Welcome to today's Sufferfest, today's Pain Fest. 4 minutes until we start.
Right on. Right on.
Contador did the entire climb out of the saddle. I'm actually a bit of a out of saddle climber myself, but that doesn't fly on the spin bike. Actually, a couple of you guys have noticed and sent me some messages saying that you notice that my power output goes down when I stand up on the spin bike, and it's just, yeah, unfortunately riding indoors is way different than riding outdoors.
Right on.
So we'll be doing mostly in saddle today. Hello from Costa Rica, New Zealand. Welcome everyone. Always cool to see all the different countries that people are watching from. We're at almost 3,000 people in the event. So far, the other two events that I've participated in have been over 4,000 people, so it looks like we're going to have a pretty similar turnout today. It might be a few less people because today's course is going to be the most brutal of them all. Just straight up climb. But very excited to see the other part of the course. This is only my second ride ever in the France World. I haven't done any other stages this week. Just the first event last week. Hello from Utah. And I've got two water bottles ready today. One is my water bottle, and the other one is my Aquarius sports drink water bottle. I have a feeling we're going to be riding a little bit longer today than some of the other stages. Cool to see a couple of people here in the ZWIFT chat actually seem to be from Nagoya. It's always cool to see everyone's just commenting what country they're coming from or what city they're riding from. So I saw a couple other people riding from Nagoya in the chat. That's cool. Not just me. But yeah, it is the weekend here already, so I think you guys over in America are still on Friday. We're on Saturday here in Japan, so already on the weekend. Hello from Finland. Hey JH. From Texas. Very cool.
Right on.
Oh, here we go. Are we starting? I gotta pay attention. go. Let's up the wattage.
Ride
We
on.
want to have a good starting spot. Unfortunately, I didn't log in until about 15 minutes before the start, so I think we're going to be a little bit ways back, but it's okay.
Ride on.
It always helps to be more towards the front, especially when you're doing a climb day. Let's see what position we're going to start at. Oh, it looks like people are splitting up on the map. Some people are going left, some people are going right. Are they starting different events? But yeah, from the start you should go right. That'll take you to the Mont Ventoux climb. We're holding over 300 watts right now. 600th place. I haven't talked about a goal, a placing goal today, but last week we were able to get top 250, which wasn't bad considering my lack of training. Let's see how we can do today. It's a little bit smaller of a field, that should help. But it's a long stage, and definitely I don't want to burn out. Yep, it's going to be a hard day today. And yeah, it's very exciting to see everyone in the chat commenting from different places around the world. Very motivating. So thanks to you guys, I can work hard on my butt inside on the trainer on this beautiful sunny day outside today. The first sunny day in a while. And we're gonna spend it sweating up this virtual climb. So this is gonna be a lot less than a lot less like a race and more like a time trial. Everyone's just gonna get set into the rhythm of the climb once it starts. There's not gonna be as much drafting here, I feel. This is my first big climbing event here in ZWIFT. And we got about 20k to the finish. So we're already up to a top 300 spot. That's not bad, but we've been holding about 300 watts for the beginning part. And like I mentioned, my FTP right now is about 280-ish, so we can't sustain this too long. Not with my current shape. Thanks, Sabino. Thanks for the super chat. I'll work hard for you today. Work hard for that donut. Tung already, I skipped lunch today because I didn't want to eat before the stage, and Chung was cooking right before I got on the bike, so now it still smells like lunch here in this room. It's a horrible torture, but I'm looking forward to a little bit of food, a little bit of reward after this hard effort. Sitting at about 250 right now. That's where I finished last week. Not bad. If you look at our power graph down on the bottom, we're mostly in the yellow zone. So riding pretty hard, but nothing too insane yet. Heart rate line is gradually going up. Already up to 170. Let's try and hold it. Hold the pace. I love these views. The orange and yellow tents. Kicking up a bit here, 6%. Let's try and stay on this group as long as we can. I've got my big red towel back today to match my red jersey. Might improve my recent FTP record today. Still holding over 300. Let's see how long we can hold that today. Really want to avoid surges and sprints as much as possible. Just hold a steady rhythm. This line is getting stretched out though. Yeah, don't blow your engine on the start. Hardest part is waiting, that's true. So I'm being careful. I'm able to hold this relatively, not comfortably, but not too difficult right now. And yeah, you can see every time I stand up, my power just goes down. I'm better off just sitting and spinning. So how much is the setup cost for doing ZWIFT? I've already made some videos talking about my setup and the cost of everything that I'm using. There's no set answer. It depends on what equipment you're using and how accurate you want to be. It's cheaper if you're just using like a speedometer, but if you're using a power meter or Smart Trainer. It's more expensive. Splitting up here. Try and lower my resistance, increase my cadence a bit. Get on these guys. Lots of people from Australia again today. Yeah, this power is not enough. We gotta get back up to 300. Otherwise, we're gonna keep just losing spots. Let's try and hold it again. Beautiful scenery on this course. Loving the animals, flowers and trees, everything. All right, let's stay on these guys. Close the gap. Here you go. Moving up, nice and steady. Oh, there's some gaps up ahead though. Yeah, the further you back, the harder these gaps are to close. One quarter of the way done. So we might be under an hour here. Got the fan on high today, but it's not enough. Having a hard time holding over 300 now. Gonna ease up a little bit. Recover. Don't want to blow up. Increase that cadence. It's a good alternative. No bonuses yet today. I wonder if there's no bonuses turned on for today's stage. Yeah, short course, but climbing the whole way. Stay on this line. I've got 3 fans, but still need to wait for winter to keep that room cool. Yeah, summer's no joke. Even winter gets really hot. Dropping below 300 watts now. Getting closer to my real FTP now. Let's try and recover here a bit. And then we can bump it back up again. Man, this climb has got to be relentless in real life. I've been holding over 10%. Cool tunnel. Let's get back on this group. Still 11% in here. Some of my hardest real life race days when we had long climb stages. I am not a climber, way too heavy to be a climber, and I always suffered the most on those days. I love acceleration courses, cyclocross, crits, or even just a regular circuit road race. I love those short power climbs, but these long steady climbs, brutal. Dropping back. Yeah, I'm blowing up, holding that pace slightly above my FTP. Still got a long way to go. Probably better to just sit in at a pace we can maintain. But I don't want to drop back too far. So 250th is the goal. I haven't decided a set goal today, but that's where I finished last week. So if I can finish within there again, I'd be pretty happy, especially for a climbing stage like this. We'll see. It's not looking good right now though. No break. Yeah, my weight, I'm about 75 kilograms or 165 pounds. So it's pretty heavy for a climber. When I was racing more seriously, I was actually heavier, about 80 kilograms, 175 pounds. So definitely was not a climber. Now I can climb a bit better, but I'm still very far from the pure climbers, the lightweight guys. I can hold my own in like a 5-minute climb, but anything about 10 minutes and over, it's just no competition. I'm gone. So what, about a third of the way in? Already burned most of my matches. Just hanging on. That's some cool view here. Get some other views. So the group behind us, not much left. top 250 today might be pretty hard. If I keep pushing myself now, I'm just going to blow up. Yeah, there's a lot of mysteriously super light guys in the ZWIFT peloton. We did get some items though. Might as well use this now. Stay with this group. Let's bump it up a little bit. $11, 13% again. This is just brutal. Whew. Yeah, burning up here. Let's get back on this. This climb is just gotta be insane in real life. Just long, straight. You can see the person ahead of you. You feel like you're light years ahead or light years away. Yeah, after a 10% grade, 5% feels easy. Beautiful landscape up here. A headwind on this would just be too cruel. So for Sabino's question, are you guys thinking of getting into some races when you move to Vietnam? Yeah, I'd like to participate in some, but it really depends on if we can get settled somewhere and we have the equipment to enter, like a race-worthy bike and transportation means. I think for our first few months we're going to be doing more traveling, exploring, but maybe when we get more settled and we do more of a training routine, we'll definitely look to enter some more races, but at least we'll definitely go to like spectate some races and see what that's like. But if I compete, I usually want to be competitive, unlike these ZWIFT races right now. I'm so out of shape right now, it's not even funny. It's a bit hard to stay motivated to train right now because there's no like real races you can really enter or events. So I don't know, there's no reason behind the motivation. So sometimes it's difficult to find a motivation to train right now. I'm mostly just staying home, staying safe. These ZWIFT races are nice, but it's not like super motivating. Almost halfway. I'm already beyond dead. Whose great idea was it to enter a climbing race? I gotta ease up a little bit. Yeah, this is my hard training ride a week now, thanks to this tour series. So maybe I'll need to force myself to do some more live stream events here on ZWIFT. I use you guys to help keep me motivated. Otherwise, it's hard for me to push myself to do these hard rides right now with no events to really look forward to. All right, officially halfway. Halfway done, but I'm already like 90% out of energy. And these climbs tend to get more difficult towards the top, eh? It's not gonna get easier. Okay, we recovered a bit. Let's shift up. Try and hold a steady pace again. Let's have a beer at the castle. That sounds nice. Let's try and hold this. Less than 10K. Thanks guys for the ride-ons. Let's try and kick it up again. Yeah, this is never ending. It looks flat. Far from it. Try and close this gap quick. There's a gap opening behind. We gotta move up now. Oh. We're on the spin bike with power meter today. Might as well keep moving up. These guys are letting more gaps open. Let's get on this. Dig here. Oh man, I'm gonna pay for that. This is relentless. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I can't recover in this group. Whew. It's not getting easier, that's for sure. Thanks, Trixie. Appreciate the super chat. I need any energy I can get right now. This is so tough. Not just physically, but mentally. So for extra Aquarius with a side of Pocari Sweat. Oh yeah. Pocari Sweat is the nice, expensive version of Aquarius. We'll have to spoil ourselves. So it'll get even harder. Pace yourself. Yeah, I regret that sprint I did just a little bit ago. Haha, even the fire department thinks you're on fire. Yeah, we live right by a fire station here, so you'll often hear sirens in some of our videos every day. Legs are destroyed. Especially this event's going over an hour, so that's beyond my training limit right now. Haven't done a hard ride over an hour in a while. Yep, blowing up. We just gotta spin now. That's all we can do. Hope we recover. Oh, very cool. We got the Devil Santa. Thanks for the ride-ons. Thanks for the likes. And thanks for the messages. I need your guys' energy. 6.5K to go. It's still a long way on a steep mountain. I think I'd die if I rode this in real life. My wife would never forgive me if I made her ride this course. Let's try and not lose too much ground here. Already 1,100 meters up. Ice cream, ice cream. Yeah. Looking forward to some reward after this. We earned it. $5K to go. Still feeling cooked, but let's push it to the end. Oh shit, just ran into a barrier. Yeah, way different scenery up here. This is the dead zone. Whew. Thanks, man. Thanks, 348 to life. $4K. Let's see how long we can hold this. This is the pace I was holding at the beginning, but I've got nothing left. Here we got llama up ahead. 7 seconds. Let's see if we can close that. Barely got anything left in the tank though. I'm shot. I don't have the energy. Ah. Ah. Oh man. Dead. Sorry guys, that was the best I could do. Thanks for the support, everyone. Thanks for all the messages. I don't think I'm ever going to do any more climb challenge races again. It's not for me. So I'll be spinning around here for a little bit longer. In case you guys have any other questions, I'll be glad to answer. For you guys for sticking around in the chat. Yeah, not quite the finish I was hoping for. I was hoping to get top 300, but yeah, you guys saw every time I couldn't hold my top wattage. I'm not used to those training zones right now. So I kept blowing up. I could hold like 420, 430 for a while, but then just blow up and go down to 420. That's just more so the style of rider that I am. I'm more of an acceleration and recovery kind of guy, cyclocross and crits. So these long efforts where you just gotta hold a steady pace the whole time, that's like my kryptonite. I really suffer on these courses, but it was a good challenge. A fun little race at the end. Thanks for the encouragement. So let's see. We can see my power distribution on this ride. Obviously, I'm still way below some of my higher stats. On today's ride, though, I did set a new 20-minute PR for the last year. So almost about 300 watts. That's pretty good. That's not surprising on this course. And my 5-minute watts is about the same. So I think with a little bit more training, if I did some more power zone training, some more sprint intervals, if I can adjust to those efforts again, I should be able to hold those watts longer and recover. It's just I haven't been training in those zones at all lately, so whenever I enter them, I can hold it for a little bit, but I don't have the endurance to hold it right now. But there's definitely some potential for some quick improvement there if I do some interval training in the 1-minute and 5-minute power zones. And my 5-second is just pathetic right now. Less than half of what my peak was on here in ZWIFT, and my indoor sprint is way less. It's really hard to sprint on a spin bike because the spin bike has constant resistance, whereas when you're sprinting on like a regular bike, it's more like a freewheel, so it gets a little easier. Whereas on the spin bike with the resistance, you can't ease up at all. If you do, it's just gonna slow you down right away. So anyway, some good improvements today. Still would like to see some more improvement in some of those power zones though. So I think I need to start doing some more training rides, not just like this once a week. Let's get on here more. Maybe we'll do some more ZWIFT live stream events, some ZWIFT training events. That'd be pretty cool, I think. So thank guys. Thanks Sabino. Thanks Diepnam. All the regular people in the chat. JH. From JH, how long will it take you before you can eat? I think if I cool down for like 20 minutes or so, I should be able to eat. Not a lot, but something light. I'm pretty used to doing hard efforts and eating afterwards from the past, so it doesn't bother me too much, but it really depends on what you're eating. So if you're eating more lightweight foods like protein shake, protein smoothie, that goes down a lot smoother. So I think I'll start with that, some protein smoothie. I've got some yogurt, banana, chocolate protein, and frozen strawberries, so I can make a nice protein smoothie to start. And protein smoothies are really nice. It's like ice cream, a healthy ice cream, healthy smoothie. Next question, do you have any recommendations on a 720 or 732 tires for Grand Fondos and Sportives? I'm not sure for 32. The most I would normally do is 28. I would say Gator Skins, but I'm not sure if there's a 32 version of Gator Skins or not. I've never had to use them, but 28 Gator Skins are a pretty solid tire choice for long distance rides, and they roll pretty fast. From Seth, how does ZWIFT work? That looks fun. Check out my last video with my wife testing out ZWIFT for the first time. We basically go through all the steps there, and I've got a couple other videos talking about my setup, so you can check those out. So 296 for 20 minutes is an awesome effort for an event if you're not used to it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Of course it's disappointing because I used to be a really competitive racer like Cat 1, pro mountain bike, and so I used to have way higher power numbers. And I'm not saying this to like brag or anything, but it's disappointing in a sense when you reach a certain fitness level and then you're below that fitness level. So even though it feels good relative to where I am now, but relative to my old past performance, I feel still a little bit disappointed. But you got to keep it all in perspective. It's pretty good for where we're at now, and for the amount of training that I'm putting in. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Got this nice downhill. Let's change the camera view. Lots of beautiful scenery on this course, so this would be cool to check it out on the way down. When we first started this ride, I was thinking like, man, I'd love to ride this one day, but looking at the numbers as we were going up, just seeing those gradients, this style of climb is one of the worst styles. There's no switchback, so it just feels like it's never ending. And some people are saying there's some crazy headwinds on this course. Yeah, I think I take that back. I don't think I'd want to ride this course in real life. And yeah, especially if we were to ride it with Chunchan, I think she'd definitely kill me going up this. This would be one of the toughest climbs she ever did. The biggest climb we've done is Norikura, the hill climb here in Japan. That's the biggest, tallest paved road here in Japan. And it's a pretty easy climb because it doesn't get much steeper than 6%. On the one side. The other side is a lot steeper and harder. But yeah, if we were gonna do this, I'd be really more I think we'd both be a lot happier if she were on an e-bike and I were going up on a regular like road bike. That way we could climb up at a relatively comfortable pace together. That would be good. I would not want to climb up this with some fast road riders. I'm a pretty strong rider on the road, but nah, not on mountain day. Ah, yeah, and the lack of oxygen, I forgot about the elevation. Yeah, that'd be killer. So let's enjoy the full ride down, get these extra kilometer points.
Nice.
From Vietnam, do you think you would be more competitive if you did the equivalent outside with other riders? Yeah, my competitive nature, it comes out depending on who I'm riding with. So if I'm riding with my wife, or if I'm riding with the goal of just sort of filming a video, or like experiencing like the tourism of the area, taking in the sights, I don't get too competitive. But if there's someone who is a bit more competitive in the group, or someone who is a bit more fit, and we're going up a climb, I think my competitive senses would come in and go for like those like little mini races on the course, like a sprint point or like a mini climb. I think I'd naturally just like, yeah, want to compete in those areas. But if I'm with my wife or something and we're just filming, and even if there's someone like that in the group, I think I'd rather just, yeah, stick with the group and stay close to everyone. But if I'm out solo, I'm out more with some more serious riders, some serious roadies, or even on a serious mountain bike ride, I easily get competitive. I'm actually pretty, I say it like I'm not a good climber, but I'm actually pretty decent on a short climb, like short sprint climbs, like really steep short climbs, like a minute to like 3 minutes. I actually do really well on those because I'm a cyclocross style racer. I do really high power, short effort, and if I get a little bit of a break, I can recover really quickly. But on the long climbs, it's just steady effort and no recovery. So it's kind of like, yeah, the triathlon guys, it's just a long, steady, same boring pace. To me, that kind of riding is just so boring, and I obviously don't have the body type to do it. I grew up on mountain bike courses and velodromes. So velodrome is all sprint, acceleration. Mountain bike, in the Midwest at least, in the US, it's all sprinting and acceleration. But mountain bike, on like a real mountain bike course, in the mountains is just like, yeah, straight up. It's more long climbs. But Midwest mountain biking is, yeah, lots of accelerations, lots of short, steep climbs, and technical skills. So I like that kind of cycling more. More accelerations, more turns, like crits, that kind of stuff. Just steady pace the whole way. It's just kind of boring to me. And painful as well. The nice thing about these climb rides though is we get this nice downhill. I can just spin it. It's a nice cool down. We get a few extra kilometers, some points, and by the time it's done, I'm ready to eat. Some beautiful scenery on this course though. I think if we did ride up this, we would be stopping all the time to take some pictures. Yeah, we paid the sweat tax for today. We paid the sweat tax for all week. Still a little bummed that we didn't get to go outside today. It's been raining every day. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but we're in rainy season here in Japan right now, and it's just been constant rain every day. We've been stuck inside, and now one of the only days where it's sunny outside. We're stuck inside here, but now this was a fun event. I enjoyed this series. I haven't been participating in too many ZWIFT events lately, but this was a really good excuse to get me riding again, and not just riding, but really pushing myself. Sometimes when I'm riding on ZWIFT, I just sort of spin around, but on these events, it automatically like motivates me, especially with these live streams. I got to work a little bit harder because we got an audience, and your guys' eyes helps keep me on top of this and push myself. So I really like this setup. Sunny in Finland. I'm jealous. Let me pull up, let's see the weather forecast. I can show you guys what it's looking like here in Japan. So if you can see, this is the forecast for the next week. Just clouds and rain every day. And it's been like this for the last 2 weeks. The sun we got right now is about all we get for this week. Oh, bummer. And we're spending it here inside, up a virtual mountain. Let's just get rid of this arrow. We can get another bonus item going through that gate. This scenery around here is just stunning. So in total, we got what, 1,500 meters of climbing on this. I used to, back when I was training more seriously here in Japan, I'd often do like 100-kilometer rides, 1,500-millimeter climb days, but lately, because we film a lot more videos, so my goals with riding isn't so much fitness anymore. It's just sort of go out and enjoy the ride. And especially now, since I often ride with Tuan-chan, we often ride together, so I gotta ride at her pace. And I've become more comfortable just riding at like a casual pace and enjoying the ride. It's a nice change of pace, but it's kind of funny because like a 1,500-meter climbing day, it used to be kind of like a regular thing, and now it's a really special thing, and it really kicks your butt. But that's a pretty decent amount of climbing considering the distance. that was over only like 20 kilometers. So that's pretty serious. I'm not looking forward to rewatching this and seeing my pain face up that climb. That last kilometer just seemed to never end. JH, you just showed the first half of the year. Winter in New Zealand. Raining and cold. Yeah, at least when it's raining here now, it's starting to get humid and hot, so I don't mind so much riding in the rain when it's hot and humid out, but I generally avoid riding outside in the rain now because I don't want to wash my bike if I don't have to. I did it, of course, every day this last year with my bike commute because I had to ride every day no matter what. And I would just get to work and hose my bike down, wash it down with a towel, and then ride home and then have to do that again. And that gets really tiring after a full day of work with the commute and then washing your bike on top of that. So now I generally don't ride outside if it's bad weather conditions because I've got the luxury of a spin bike in my living room, so I might as well use that while I can. Wow, I think this is one of my longest events on ZWIFT, especially putting out that much power. I haven't done a race over an hour in a long time. Even the races here in Japan that I enter, the cyclocross races are 1 hour, so that's my limit for putting out power. And the crits here are usually under 1 hour as well for the elite crits. So it's been a long time since I've done a sustained effort at my max for over an hour. That's another reason this kicked my butt. We're almost done with this descent. Yeah, we're about 40k. So we should be finishing this descent soon. Well, just about to end the live stream, so if there's anyone still sticking around, any other questions, feel free to add them in. As for some videos that we've got coming up, we've got a ride video coming up from the last sunny day where Tuan-chan's riding some road shoes out on the Morikoro cycling course. So we went out there for a nice lap, and I filmed another video talking about living expenses here in Japan. So that's kind of I haven't been making many Japan specific videos on the channel because I'm still not sure where to go with the focus on this channel moving forward. Like, is this a cycling channel? Is this a family vlog kind of channel, like talking about our life? And it's kind of a mix. Sometimes I generally do mostly cycling videos, cycling vlogs, but I'm thinking to make some more videos about life in Japan and some other questions like that while we're still here before we move to Vietnam. And I think it'll be cool to compare that once we move over there. So anyway, I filmed a video talking about living expenses here in Japan, how much money you make here as an average salary, and how much we spend in different categories, and how much profit you can make at the end of the year. So that'll be being uploaded this next week, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested in anything like that. And from Vault Raider, how many calories do you reckon you burned? I have no idea. I don't really count calories, so I have no idea. I can't even come close to guessing that. Does it say that in the stats here? Maybe it'll say it when I end the ride. From Fully Responsive, it's a cruise channel. 348, doing good on the mix. And from Sabino, have a good weekend. For you and Tung, can't wait to see the next video. Thanks. From Mandy, just saw the last 30 minutes. Very good effort. Thanks for the entertainment. From Mandy and Roman, thanks for taking pleasure in my pain. Appreciate it. And from JH, mixing the other stuff is good. Alright, let's finish up this to 42k. I'm not sure when this downhill ends, but my butt is starting to hurt just sitting on the saddle for so long. And I'm getting hungry. Okay, it said the calories up at the top. I think Vegeta used his scouter to count the calories. Over 9,000. Alright, I'm ready to eat over 9,000 calories. I think that's good for the downhill here. We got our extra kilometer points. I'm already eating ice cream on your behalf. Oh, it's calling me. It's calling me. I think I'm going to go for the smoothie first so we can recover properly, but we'll save some ice cream for tonight after dinner. So let's finish up the ride here. End ride. How close are we on the bike? We're still only 50%. We still got a long way to go with this. That's alright. End ride. So we got 33 likes on the ride. Thanks everyone who gave a ride on during the ride. Anyone who likes or does a like on Strava or on the YouTube video as well. So like on the video if you enjoyed today's stream. 5.1 pizza slices, that's it. Yeah, there it is, 1,440 calories. There's the map. That's pretty cool. Going from here up and down. And here's our power range. So you can see we started off pretty good, and you can see the power distribution here in the colors. We started off pretty good holding in the yellow zone, zone 3. And I was feeling really comfortable there. So I think with some more training, I should be able to hold that pace for the whole event. I just don't have the endurance for that right now. You can see we blew up a little bit, then we tried to get back up, then we blew up a lot more, and then I did a pretty hard effort here to move up to that group, and then I paid for that really hard here, and then gradually picked up the pace again for the last few K. But you can see I'm not the type of rider that can hold a steady pace for a long time without blowing up. I'm more of an acceleration guy, so I like putting out some harder watts and then recovering harder watts again. So yeah, definitely some room for improvement. Anyway, thanks again everyone for watching today, and have a great day, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next stream. Check in for tomorrow's video for our Sunday upload, and we'll see you then. 2-wheel smoothie, yeah, that's a good way to end it.